Trends in Business and Business Education, brought to you by the Wright State University Raj Soin College of Business, a catalyst for progress, innovation, and positive change in the business world. Here now is the host of the program, Berkwood Farmer, Dean of the Raj Soin College of Business.
Today's program focuses on business education, and with globalization being a big part of the mission statement of the Raj Soin College of Business, we will focus on how globalization affects our students and how we prepare students to be successful in the global environment. With me, I'm pleased to have three distinguished guests today. First is Dr. Riad Ajami, who is chair of the Department of Management and International Business, and also he's the executive director of our Center of Business Education here in the Raj Soin College of Business. And from downtown Dayton, we have Kathy Marshalek, who is Director of International Trade for Edison Materials Technology. Glad to have you with us, Kathy. And then one of our 209 graduates, who is Daniel Lakovic, who is Assistant to the President of Seepex. And Dan, I'm glad to have you with us today. So to start off, Dr. Ajami, I'd like to ask you, how does globalization fit into our program, and how do we deal with this to prepare our students?
Well, as you indicated, our programs and venue of course offerings in international business reflects our mission statement, and we have courses through which our students can acquire proficiencies and understanding of international finance, international marketing, international accounting, global supply chain, to reflect the world whereby they are going to be dealing with companies that trade and invest all around the world and in Ohio. So a venue of course offering would be the beginning block. We also demand that our students have exposure to foreign language skills, 2-year programs, and we also try to replicate through course experiences and classroom setting by having foreign students come and sending our students abroad to learn something about cross-cultural communication and understanding of this vast global marketplace.
Okay, thanks a lot. And Kathy, with your work in the international area, you work with a lot of our interns in terms of projects they complete for the business community. Can you kind of give us a couple examples of projects that our students work on to help the business community in the Dayton area?
Sure. We've been working with the interns for probably 8 to 10 years, so we've had quite a few come through our internship program. They always are very prepared, very ready to jump in and help our companies. We host foreign delegations. We had one of the interns very fluent in Japanese actually go to Cleveland with us and meet with the Japanese delegation and help do follow-up work with them. A lot of them do one-on-one marketing research projects for the companies, do assessments of their export potential. Are these companies ready to export? And they walk the companies through them based on the results that they find from these studies. Most of the students are in their probably senior years when they do interns with us and go on to really find jobs once they leave. We've had them go to Procter & Gamble and Reynolds and General Electric and other small companies. So I think that they're very well prepared, and the companies are they're well received within the international community.
That sounds great. And so based on all this experience, this is to me a real value added aspect. Not only does the student learn a lot about the business world that he or she is going to go into, but also it creates a value to the business firm in terms of research. And so I think the internship program is very successful here in the Raj Soin College of Business, and I know the businesses benefit and our students benefit. Dane, let me just ask you, you're just a recent graduate, now you're in the corporate world, and you had a good internship, and you went to work in the company that had you as an intern. What did you learn here as an intern to prepare you to enter the world of work?
Well, that's a good question. It was really beneficial because Seepex ended up hiring me into my full-time position, so I got first-hand experience. I got to meet the corporate leaders. I got to interact with corporate management, and I got to manage my own projects. So it really helped me understand what it takes to be successful. It helped me to understand how to manage, how to control funds, how to control budgets. So it was was a success, and I'm really glad that I ended up back at Seepex, and I think it's going to be a great future for me.
I'm going to bring you back and talk to some of our students about this successful program so they can become more effective interns in the future. So thanks for your comments.
Sure.
Well, we just have a couple of seconds here, Dr. Ajami. In closing, what else do we do in our college to really prepare student careers in the globalization area?
In addition to the internship that Dan spoke about and Kathy also spoke about, our students get to work with faculty who are doing world-class applied research on matters that relates to globalization, trade and investments, and other issues that relates to their practical world. They also naturally go on study abroad opportunities, which we have viable programs in here, particularly in China and France, and experiential development and training. As far as I'm concerned, you can speak a lot about international business in the classroom, but going abroad to some of our partner institutions would be a value added to our students. When they come back, they can speak about the experience they have had there, and then our corporations and the community find them of significant value.
All right, well, I just want you to know, we all are pleased to have you here with us to help us move forward in this area. I want to thank our three panelists today for what I consider to be a very enjoyable and learning process. And to our audience, this concludes our first program that deals with the trends in business and business education. And to all of you folks looking at us, this is just one example of the services that the Riad Ajami College of Business provides, and so I encourage you to join us later in our oncoming next programs. Thank you.